drink, play, and watch sports. I know you've really been looking forward to this one, John.
I am looking forward. This is Josh Sampo coming back. He is a fun fighter to watch. And Dominic Mazzotta, unbelievably aggressive. The Honey Badger, both have great records. This is going to be a fight to watch.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Miller Lite presents Bellator MMA from the family arena. We now go to the bantamweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds. We'll introduce first the blue corner. At 5'5", weighing in 135.4 pounds. His professional record, 11 wins, 5 losses. He fights out of St. Charles, Missouri. Introducing Josh the Gremlin Sampo. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in 135.4 pounds. As a professional, he comes in tonight with 13 victories, just 2 defeats. From Lower Borough, PA, he fights out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, presenting Dominic, the Honey Badger Mazzotta. And the referee in charge of the action, Dwayne Bess.
Dwayne Bess, referee, but let's take a look at the flashback from Mazzotta's last fight, his bantamweight Bellator debut.
Watch the power here for a 135-pound guy. Look at the elbows he throws, the explosion. He is the Honey Badger for a reason. He's mean, and he goes after guys.
And it was Mazzotta recording the victory over Matt Lozano at Bellator 186 last November. This fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite, great taste and only 96 calories. Josh Sampo in the blue gloves, the Honey Badger Dominic Mazzotta in the red gloves, and Sampo, the UFC vet, returning to competition for the first time in 1,056 days, nearly 3 years, the longest of his more than 9-year career. And he's trying to snap a 3-fight losing streak as he gets taken down by Mazzotta, but it's Sampo looking for the guillotine.
Not only gets taken down, but he got hit with a right hand that put him in that position. You look at what he had. Good thing that he let go of the head. He was in a bad spot. Great positioning by Mazzotta. Look at that, how he gets himself into side control. He's looking for a crucifix position. He has the arm. It's just a matter of him opening up, and he's doing this to a really good grappler.
Mazzotta recently making some big moves in his life. Married his sweetheart in Las Vegas. Moved to Florida to train at the Hard Knocks 365 gym. Henry Hooft assembling quite a group down there.
He has got a hell of a team going right now. He's got Michael Chandler, we just saw Adam Borch, incredible fighters out of that gym right now.
Chandler, of course, headlining Bellator 197 against short notice replacement Brandon Gertz. Right now, Mazzotta continues to control Sampo. Sampo was off for that period of time for a variety of reasons, including the passing of his father. Needed to make sure his mother was looked after, as again, Mazzotta passing guard into side control. But Sampo has 2 college degrees, a teacher. He's back fighting because he loves the competition. It's not to be famous, not to make a whole lot of money. He just wants to prove that he can still hang.
He loves the competition until someone like Mazzotta comes and starts taking his arms away and putting him in really bad positions in this fight. You've got to be impressed with what Dominic Mazzotta is doing against a really outstanding, tough grappler.
Yeah, Mazzotta suffered a knockout loss to A.J. McKee, who is going to be a part of Bellator 197 in his toughest test against Justin Lawrence. But Mazzotta really taking it to Sampo here in the first round, controlling him on the ground.
He's going to get what we call a reverse crucifix on here, having him upside down. Just beautiful grappling by both guys.
Yeah, nice scramble.
Mazzotta's, he's winning the striking war in the grappling game, but you see Josh Sampo not settling. He keeps moving to get himself to a better position.
Do you believe in, well, ring rust in the boxing ring, cage corrosion as I call it? Do you believe that it exists? Others like Dominic Cruz don't.
Well, to sit there and say, does it exist? There's a feel, and there's an ability to control emotion that comes with stepping in that cage in recent time. Some guys are able to put all that to the side. Not all guys are. You know, Josh Sampo right now is showing, hey, his ability to think during the fight is outstanding, and he just showed it right with that motion right there.
He has a high IQ, whether it's in the cage or outside of it. Again, 2 degrees, a science teacher, but it's Mazzotta again getting the takedown and moving right into side control where there are so many viable options.
Outstanding work. You see Mazzotta trying to bring knee on belly. Sampo not accepting it, moving his hips and putting him into a nice butterfly guard, which is a very offensive guard. And Mazzotta doing exactly what you teach somebody. Someone does that, I want you to bring pressure towards his head and start opening up and hurting him.
There's a cut that's been opened up on Sampo, courtesy of Dominic. Mazzotta's unrelenting attack. And now Sampo trying to control posture, but it's Mazzotta able to separate and deliver flurries with a minute now remaining in the opening 5 minutes. Can Sampo survive his comeback after almost 3 years on the sideline?
You looked at what Dominic did there. He crushed his hips down. Sampo's moving to get him back to guard.
Oh, Sampo
got a nice little bit of a leg, but doesn't have a hold of it, but uses it to try to get the reversal. Dominic back up, ends up on top again. He's winning all of the scrambles. He's getting himself in the top position. Usually we talk about a guy getting his head high, and he's getting his head high. He's going for a leg lock right now.
Nothing but a good old-fashioned country scramble here in Missouri. Under 30 seconds left in the opening round. It's Mazzotta now trying to transition maneuver into a possible knee bar.
You see the figure four that Josh Sampo is utilizing to keep his leg locked inside. Dominic's trying to pull that leg apart because he's trying to go for the knee bar. Now he's trying to extend it out.
Grappling here in the opening round at Family Arena.
You gotta love everything you see, and still going at the end.
Shades of Mauricio Shogun Hua back in his Pride FC days.
Fight!
Referee Dwayne Best calls for the bell. Dominic Mazzotta, the Honey Badger, in the red gloves. Josh Sampo in the blue gloves. How did you score the opening 5, John?
Oh, the opening 5's easily. It's a dominant round as far as Mazzotta, but Sampo kept fighting. It's 10-9 easily for Mazzotta.
We talked about Mazzotta having his Bellator debut spoiled by A.J. McKee. Also ended a 9-fight winning streak. Mazzotta's only other MMA loss came back in 2014 to now former UFC champion Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, you look at the two guys that Dominic has lost to, A.J. McKee and Cody Garbrandt. He's doing okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, for Sampo, after he defeated Ryan Benoit in his Octagon debut, he lost 3 straight against Zach Makovsky, Patrick Holohan, and Justin Scoggins. And again, has had a lot of family stuff to deal with, professional stuff. Has a family, and yet got a call from his manager out of nowhere, he says, and got this opportunity to come back and compete here in Bellator, but just got taken down again by Mazzotta.
He did. You see, he started to go to a guillotine. He's used to that guillotine. He's used it for a lot of his fights to get wins. He even did it against the ex-Cuban Olympic wrestler in Alexis Villa. Got him in a guillotine choke. But you see what Mazzotta's doing with his head when he does the takedown, and he's grabbing the fence right there. He should be letting go of it. But Mazzotta's positioning is beautiful in this fight right now. Keep your head out of there. There you go, move. He is positionally just dominating this fight.
Sampo signed for one fight. This is it, but hoping it leads to other opportunities. Thus far in tough against the Honey Badger, Dominic Mazzotta. And Mazzotta with some ground and pound. Half guard, and Mazzotta just continuing to attack Josh Sampo. 2 minutes gone in the second round.
And you can hear those elbows hitting, Moro. You know they have power behind them, the way they're sounding when they hit.
Mazzotta, well-rounded individual, experienced, and Sampo knew that Mazzotta was going to be bringing the fight to him. That's what excited him. I don't know how excited he is right now, John.
No, you know, look at, he wanted to come back and fight, and he's giving it everything he has right now. These elbows are starting to diminish him. You see what's going on with the fight. Mazzotta is at times keeping his head low, and then as he feels Josh Sampo open his guard, he brings the pressure up. Look what I'm looking at right here, and he starts bringing heavy shots down, which forces Josh Sampo to try to bring him and hold on to him. He closes his guard back up, makes him defensive. This is an outstanding offensive display in all elements by Dominic.
A 3-fight losing streak for Sampo, and a rewarding school job. Well, no surprise that, you know, he concentrated on what pays the bills there for a while, but Dominic Mazzotta making him pay here in round 2 under 2 minutes left. Ground and pound from Mazzotta. Sampo opening the guard, but not being able to control, well, trying to control Mazzotta, but Mazzotta the wide base. Look at that attempt at the guard pass.
You got to look at both guys and what they're doing. It's just outstanding motion.
Great grappling.
Mazzotta right now, if he can take that arm, hook his leg, there you go. He's going to be going for that arm bar. Josh Sampo's in a good position to stop it. He needs to continue to center himself up. Don't have that angle.
Less than a minute.
Angle is going to create the problem. Center yourself up.
Less than a minute and a half remaining in the second round. Mazzotta very calm, focused, trying to break that grip, trying to maneuver Sampo into that armbar position, but now Sampo.
Notice the angle of the hips. The hips are straight in line. He's not in danger anymore. He's the guy in the top position, but look at Dominic going offensive.
Wow, now looking for the triangle, but
he's going for that arm again. He's got that
belly down arm bar.
Josh doing a good job coming over the top. Great positioning. Great work by both guys.
And the canvas.
Impressive.
The canvas resembling a Friday the 13th motif here at the Family Arena in just outside of St. Louis, Missouri, but some terrific grappling and a tenacious attack by Dominic Mazzotta. But now, with 30 seconds left, it's Josh Sampo's turn to try to get some offense in.
And what you want to see, both guys in a position. When you saw Dominic Mazzotta with Sampo on top, he's getting his hips crushed, and all of a sudden Josh Sampo's being offensive. And as soon as he starts to extend that hip and have strength there, he pulls Josh out of the position, ends up with a transition, gets back on top. Incredible offensive output.
Let's go, fellas. Time.
Third and final round. The Honey Badger, Dominic Mazzotta, in the red gloves, front kick there, grazing the chin of the gremlin, Josh Sampo, in the blue gloves. How do you have it after 10 minutes?
No doubt about it. Josh Sampo has come out here and fought hard, but Dominic Mazzotta has taken both rounds, 10-9, easy.
Spinning back kick to the liver there by Mazzotta. And you heard Mazzotta's corner say that Sampo doesn't like to come forward. They want Mazzotta to keep putting pressure on him, keep his hips squared, keep putting pressure on top, but here comes Sampo forward, and obviously with 4.5 minutes left in the fight, he has to realize he has to take the fight to Mazzotta.
He has got to do something to change what has occurred in this fight. Mazzotta just has to stay with what he's been doing. Josh, in the stand-up, every time he tries to do a stand-up, Mazzotta takes him down and starts opening up on him. He needs to, instead of crossing his feet over like that, base yourself in and come straight in and put him against the fence, start to beat him up, but separate now because you don't have the time to sit here and just do clinch work.
Mazzotta's been giving Sampo some early looks in terms of the stance, spinning back elbow. That was a close shave. Left knee up the middle by Mazzotta, and a front kick. Neither doing any damage, but showcasing what is possible here as they try to engage here in the center of the ring. Mazzotta backs up, changes to southpaw inside low kick. Sampo a lead right hand, and it leads to another takedown by Mazzotta.
Takedown, but a great job of reversing what was occurring in Sampo.
Escape.
And then he goes, don't turn your back. Don't sit there and take it. When you need to be on top, keep scrambling until you get there.
And Mazzotta working from the guard of Josh Sampo. Time ticking away for the UFC veteran, Sampo, making his Bellator MMA debut. Meanwhile, Dominic Mazzotta, 1-1 in Bellator, under 3 minutes left.
You see Sampo trying to force Dominic down, bring his legs up, work towards a multitude of submissions or reversals here. Dominic is bringing his head back. He's just slowly doing the offense needed to wear Josh Sampo down and to, in the eyes of the judges, just take a decision if that's the way this goes.
Mazzotta mixing up elbow strikes, hammer fists, looping lefts and rights. Just past the midway point of the final round, Sampo with the closed guard trying to block the attack of Mazzotta, now controlling the posture momentarily.
Let's go.
It's controlling. You see,
there's some
utilizing a knee shield, try to move, get out, now start to pick up. Good, that's what you need to do. This is the offense that you have to create for you to win this fight.
2 minutes left. Sampo exploding momentarily, being controlled now by Mazzotta. Sampo passes guard into side control, and now here's where Sampo
he has
to
a very
make some
good
MMA
chance to
magic.
get a Von Flue choke right now. He's got his hands closed, that arm is trapped. Mazzotta has his arm in a position right now. That left arm is not a place that he wants it. If Josh can continue to bring pressure down with his left shoulder, he can put Dominic out.
A minute and a half remaining in the fight.
He let go of those hands, that choke is gone, and now he's in a position of, got a simple half guard.
And Mazzotta will control posture, hopefully in his point of view, trying to force a break. He'll try to scramble from underneath. Sampo putting his weight on Mazzotta now. Far side. There's an elbow strike from Sampo. Coming up on the final 60 seconds of this bantamweight bout between Josh Sampo and his Bellator MMA debut, and Dominic Mazzotta making his third appearance under the Bellator banner, dueling leg locks momentarily. And wow, the tenacity of Mazzotta. But look at Sampo, omoplata.
There was
Beautiful
so
grappling.
much going on there. You had a freaking knee bar at one side, it switched up to the other leg, now into an omoplata. Beautiful
Remember
grappling.
Luis Buscape and Luis Azaredo back in the Bellator, the Bushido days of pride. High-level grappling. This may be the light version of that, but it's still some quality grappling, my
We have
friend.
an inverted guard going right now. Josh Sampo comes back out on top.
And a
Right to
full
mount.
mount. Sampo with 19 seconds left. 15 seconds to make Friday the 13th the luckiest day of his career. Can he pull it out?
Posture up. Needs the posture. Dominic coming back up, takes the single,
Oh,
going for that
Sampo
guillotine.
looking for the guillotine.
Slipped out, goes right to... Going for a straight ankle lock isn't going to happen.
Terrific grab.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your three judges. All three at cage side. Tim Francis, Justin Brown, and Rob Francis all see the fight the same. 30-27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision. Dominic, the Honey Badger Mazzotta.
Dominic Mazzotta spoils the Bellator debut of Josh Sampo. He improves to 2-1 under the Bellator banner. Unanimous decision victory.